Bhagavatam discussion. Hare Krishna to all devotees. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam class. So today I am going to share first canto, 9th chapter, text 44. Before entering into the session, we can have a short kirtan. There are the Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vinayi Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vinayi Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Jajjanarajana Yashodanandana Jajjanarajana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Vishnupadaya Krishnaprestaya Bhutale Srimade Jayapataga Swamini Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripapradaya Gauragada Damadaya Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishnaprestaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadeshatarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravata Vriddha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, Text 44. Are you able to hear? Hare Krishna?
Yes, Prabhu, loud and clear.
Yes. Sampadyamanam ajnaya Bhishmam Brahmani Nishkale Sarve Babhuvuste Tusnim Vayam Shiva Dinatyaye Sampadhyamam ajnaya Bhishmam Brahmani Nishkale Sarva Babhuvuste Susmin Vayam Shiva Dinatyaye. Translation. Knowing that Bhishmadeva had merged into the unlimited eternity of the Supreme Absolute, all present there became silent like birds at the end of the day. Purport. To enter into or to become merged into the unlimited eternity of the Absolute, Supreme Absolute means to enter the original home of the living beings. The living beings are all components, parts and parcel of the absolute personality of Godhead. And therefore, they are eternally related with him as the serviator and the served. The Lord is served by all his parts and parcel, as a complete machine is served by its parts and parcels. Any parts of the machine removed from the whole is no longer important. Similarly, any part and parcel of the absolute detached from the service of the Lord is useless. The living beings who are in the material world are all disintegrated parts and parcel of the supreme whole, and they are no longer as important as the original parts and parcel. They are, however, more integrated living beings who are eternally liberated. The material energy of the Lord, called Durga Sakti, or the superintendent of the prison house, takes charge of the disintegrated parts of the parts and parcel, and thus they undergo a conditioned life under the laws of material nature. When the living beings become conscious of this fact, he tries to go back to Godhead, and thus the spiritual urge of the living being begins. The spiritual urge is called Brahma Jitnyasa, or inquiry about Brahman. Principally, this Brahma Jitnyasa is successfully by knowledge, renunciation, and devotion service to the Lord. Jnana or knowledge means knowledge of everything, of Brahman, supreme. Renunciation means detachment of material affection. And devotion service is the revival by practice of the original position of the living beings. The successful living beings who are eligible to enter into the realm of the absolute are called Jnanis, the yogis, and the bhaktas. The Jnanis and yogis enter into the impersonal rays of the supreme, but the bhaktas enter into these spiritual planets known as Vaikunthas. In this planet, the Supreme Lord, as Narayana, predominates, and the healthy, unconditioned living beings live there by rendering loving service to the Lord, the capacity of servant, friends, parents, and financiers. There are unconditioned living beings enjoy life in full freedom with Lord, whereas impersonalists, jnanis, and yogis enter into the impersonal glowing effulgence of the Vaikuntha planet. The Vaikuntha planets are all self-illuminating, like the sun, and the rays of the Vaikuntha planets are called the Brahmajyoti. Brahmajyoti is spread unlimitedly, and the material world is but the covered portion of insignificant parts of the same Brahmajyoti. This covering is temporary, and therefore it is a sort of illusion. Bhishmadeva, as a pure devotee of the Lord, entered the spiritual realm, one of the Vaikuntha planet, where the Lord is the eternal form of Parthasaradhi, predominates over the unconditioned living beings who are constantly engaged in the service of the Lord. The love and affection which bind and the Lord and devotees are exhibited in the case of Bhishmadeva. Bhishmadeva never forgot the Lord in his transcendental feature as the Parthasaradhi, and the Lord was present personally before Bhishmadeva while he was passing to the transcendental world. That is the highest perfection of life. Hare Krishna. So, in this chapter, here it's mentioned that to enter into or become merged into the unlimited eternity. Here, the merging, the word is used here in purport. Merging, we can use some Mayavadi philosopher, they may think we and Lord and we are same. We are both are same. Likewise, they used. We can also become God. They will give such an interpretation. So here in this purport, it is clearly mentioned what is merged into the merged into the unlimited eternity of the Supreme Absolute. So you want to enter into the spiritual platform, or you want to enter into the Vaikuntha planet. You want to conscious about that. Likewise, it is mentioned. Merging is not become one with the Lord, or what you say. We can also become God. Some philosopher used to say it's not like that. Merging in the sense we can enter into the spiritual world. Actually, our connection with the Supreme Lord is clearly mentioned here. We are the part and parcel. This purport it is mentioned here. Actually, you want to connect to the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord in the sense you want to enter into the planet, spiritual world. Likewise, it is mentioned here. I heard one lecture from His Holiness Bhaktivinoda Swami Maharaj. Maharaj is telling that one of the lecture, if you remember Krishna, we also become Krishna. It is not a good statement. If you remember Krishna, we will become Krishna consciousness. Likewise, one lecture he used to tell. So our we are using the word merged to connect with the Lord. So it's very, very important. It's not we can also become God. It's not that statement. It means we can enter into the consciousness of the Krishna, can enter the consciousness of Lord. Likewise, it is mentioned here. And for example, we can see here it is mentioned here. This material world is like we can heard so many lectures from that. We are part and parcel. There is a ocean is there. The small drip of the water is compared to us. And the whole machine is the small part is related to us. So we are the small particles, anus, and Lord is tell us Vibhu. Likewise, it is mentioned here. To enter into the spiritual world, we need a connection. So we need an association. Likewise, mainly it is mentioned here. So here, Bhishma Deva is a wonderful personality. And recently I heard lectures from the Bhishma Deva 2 days before. So Bhishma Deva's characteristics, and is one of the 12 Mahajans. And he is what you say, in Rajasuya Yajna, Yudhishthira Maharaj appointed everyone's in a particular service. So he is more welcoming to Supreme Lord, and he was taking obeisance from Supreme Lord. Even though in this particular pastime, Krishna is junior compared to Bhishma Dev in this particular pastime. So Yudhishthira Maharaj taking obeisance from Krishna, and Bhishma Deva was very happy, because he is the most senior in this Kaurava and Pandava and everyone, because he is a Bhishma Pitamaha. So he is a most senior. We can also know that if you have any program or a marriage or something else, if you are taking a obeisance from somebody juniors, even though we have seniors to us, elderly people we are taking the obeisance from the juniors, they will become upset. Same way, Bhishma Deva didn't become upset. He was very happy by seeing Krishna is taking obeisance from Yudhishthira Maharaj, taking obeisance from Krishna. Bhishma Pitamaha become very happy. So he's a wonderful character. So, and also, even though Bhishma Pitamaha was surrounded by so many, non-devotees, not non-devotees, Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, Dushasan, everyone is surrounded by Bhishma Deva. But Bhishma's consciousness was to absorb in Krishna only. So it is very, very important. We want to learn from that. So wherever we are sitting, wherever we are, what are doing, it's not important. So where we are associating, how much we are associating, how much we are taking Vani Seva, it is very, very important. We can do devotion service in wherever, but whatever condition, whichever state, we can learn devotion service. So we need a regular association is very, very important. So Bhishma Deva, even though he was surrounded by non-devotees, or non-devotees not, even though he was surrounded by so many Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, he was observed in Krishna only. If you see Duryodhana, he was surrounded by Vidura, Bhishma, and everyone. But his observation was in Karna and Dhritarashtra and everyone. So we can see the difference between Bhishma and Duryodhana. So how much we are taking the association is very, very important. So likewise, you say. So our association should be like a sponge we are putting in water. It absorbed with full of water content only. And the same way, if you are taking stone and dipping into the water and taking, it will not absorb much. So similar, we want to understand how much you want to take association, how much you want to absorb. So Bhishma Deva was very much absorbed this finally it is telling this prepared, he was observed in what you say, eternal form of Parthasarathi. Likewise, it is mentioned. His main observation was in Parthasarathi, and he was a very pure devotee of the Lord. Likewise, also it is mentioned. Similarly, so here, so if we are associating with devotees, wherever we are situated, and one of the lecture, Radhesham Prabhu is telling that the devotional service we can practice even in Andaman and Nicobar. Likewise, it is mentioned that. So, devotion service in the association of devotees is very, very important. So, if you want to practice devotion service, we need a good association. What you say? So, we also read 64 angas of devotion service. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is mentioned that there are so many 64 angas of devotion service. It is each and everything is mentioned, taking Charanamrit, associating with devotees, and what you say, obeisance to the Lord, and taking prasad, and everything, each and every devotional service is mentioned that. 64 devotion service, the predominating, the important shortlisters, 5 are main important. Shortlisted as 5. That is mentioned here. That is Madhura Vasa and Srimad Bhagavatam reading and visiting, what you say, deity worship and association, and also hearing from the acharyas. These 5 are the main important, is mentioned. Among the 5, one is very, very important. That is association. If you are associating with devotees, you can achieve 64 qualities of devotion service. Likewise, it's mentioned. So, if you are taking more association, whatever devotion service is there, mentioned in Shastras, we can easily achieve by associating with pure devotees, associating with devotees. One of the lecture I heard, if association does not mean we are staying in one devotee circle and eating and sleeping, eating prasadam and sleeping, and we are not mingling with devotees and we are not discussing Krishna Katha. What is the use of association? Association in the sense, you want to associate with devotees and you want to transform ourselves. So we want to transform. That's the main important. And we can also see so many pastimes of, what you say, Bharata Maharaj and Ajamila. Bharata Maharaj he entered into the devotional service, 9 ladder of devotion is there. Sadhu Sangha, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, likewise 9 ladder is. So he came up to the stage of Bhava. And again, then he came at least 7th or 8th position he reached. Because he fell down, because of the not proper association. And also we can see the example life of Jamil. He also previously was a nice devotee. He was doing very pious activities and doing worshipping Lord and doing devotion service, and the family also engaged in devotion service. One day, he lonely went to the forest and is seeing the bad side, and he also fall down. So, if you have a devotee in front of us, we have devotee association is there. If you are seeing bad side, the devotee come and scold us, or they will come and give alarm. Hare Prabhuji, what are you doing? You are seeing the wrong side. You are such a nice, you are taking initiation and all. Likewise, they will tell, we will become shame and we can also get such alarm. So likewise, Ajami will become very active. Same way also Bharata Maharaj. Bharata Maharaj also, he was attached to deer and he fell down. And if you have a devotee circle is there, Bharata Maharaj, Prabhuji, what are you doing? You are associating with the deer and all. It is a parts of, devotee will say, it is a parts of the Supreme Lord, likewise he will tell. Krishna will take care of us, likewise they will tell. Bharata Maharaj also become very safe. So, what we want to understand is association. So, more we are associating, so more we can enter into the we can know devotion service, and we can also hear Vishnu Pidamaha can able to see at the last Pathasarthi form. My father used to say in childhood, what he say means, if you want to get topper in college or school, you want to associate with who is a topper to you. Same way, if you want to take devotion service, you want to become devotee, you want to associate with devotees only. So that's a main important. Likewise, it's mentioned here. And here,
Prabhu, you are in muted. Hare Krishna, mute, Prabhu. We can't hear you.
I think network issue.
Oh, okay, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu.
Yeah, he's back.
are you able to hear?
Now we can hear you, Prabhu. Now we can hear you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So, if you see the Dhruva Maharaj, after meditating for 6 months, he was asking to the Lord, I need a proper devotee association. If instead of Dhruva Maharaj, we are standing and so we'll ask that we need money and we need a nice house, we need everything, we need that this, we can put lot of list and all. But Dhruva Maharaj was asking, I need a proper devotee association. Please wait, Hare Krishna. So what we can understand is that we are getting pure devotee association. So it's very important. So Dhruva Maharaj is a nice devotee, is asking the devotee association after meditating for 6 months. And if you see Prahlad Maharaj, after he put in so many struggle, he put into this so many miserable condition. He was asking for, he was still remembering Lord only. He was putting in a very bad condition and all. Likewise, it is mentioned. So what we want to understand is how much we are taking devotee association, how we can more related to the Lord.
You are muted, Prabhu. Carry on. I think now and then it's getting muted.
Yes, Prabhu. It's all right. Carry on.
Okay. So Bhishma Pitamaha, I'm telling about Bhishma Pitamaha. So even he was surrounded by everyone. He can of Charashani was remember Parthasarathi form and all. Likewise, it is mentioned here. So here last sentence it is mentioned. Bhishmadeva never forgot the Lord in the transcendental feature as the Parthasarathi, and Lord was present personally before Bhishmadeva while he was passing to the transcendental world. That is the highest perfection of life. So what is the highest perfection of life? How we achieve and all it's mentioned here, Bhishmadeva. So at the time of death, one may remember what we remember, that only our final result, whatever we are devotional service we are practicing, it will result in the final what we are doing, what we are remembering. That is more important. So recently our scholars Bhakti Gopalakrishna Goswami Maharaj, as well as Bhakti Gopalakrishna Goswami Maharaj, he was entered into the Golok. So that time, while living the time, I heard yesterday only I read one message from WhatsApp. So Loknath Swami Maharaj was he was leaving the body. The Loknath Swami Maharaj came and he chanted very loudly because of Gopalakrishna Goswami Maharaj, and he also repeating that Gopalakrishna Goswami Maharaj, even though he was very coma stage, and he was telling Hare Krishna. Likewise, he used to say. So that time he left the body. So more what we are taking association is more important. So we were that he was telling time of death, the devotee used to come and we are taking. That is a very, very important. That will come at the end of the. Sorry, Prabhuji, some network issues there. So please. We are taking what we are associating, what we are doing till now, and it will come at the end of the what we are at the time of death. It used to come. So we have also Radha Gopinath Sakti is the. We have a good opportunity to associate with devotees. We have a good amount of opportunity to do devotion service on Sundays and also morning. We have also good association in Zoom. We can also associate. So how much we are taking this, we can easily take the devotion service very easily, and also we can achieve what Bhishma Pitamaha, that is the highest perfection of life, it is mentioned. The same highest perfection of life we can achieve by taking proper devotion service, and also we can get unlimited benefits of spiritual. It's mainly it is mentioned here. So I request you everyone, or I am also praying. I want to take good association from whatever service our seniors giving. We want to more. We want to give more amount of time we want to spend, and that's. Here, so we can also associate with him. We can also associate with him. So by taking Shiksha, we have also nice setup is there. What you say in Zoom or in Google Meet, we can also hear lectures from our Shiksha Gurus. It's a nice opportunity nowadays. So that is the main thing. So I request everyone to take nice association of devotees, to don't miss the chance of association. Hare Krishna. So if you have any queries, you can please take.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandat Pranam. Can you hear us, Prabhu? Can you hear?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Please, please.
Okay. It is a very nice class. Unfortunately, towards the end, we couldn't hear the flow with some kind of interruptions were there. But
sorry, Prabhuji, because of the
no. Yeah,
sorry.
Absolutely understand. But we understood the essence, Prabhu, that how though Bhishma Pitama was surrounded by different people, Duryodhana was surrounded by different people, how he was focused on the Lord and how he was, focused on Krishna. So it is not that just association matters. What we do with the association is very, very important. You said it very nicely that just by sitting eating with them is not going to. Is there any transformation in us? That is a very nice one. And of course, you reminded us that, Bharat Maharaj, during his levels, almost at reach the topmost level, had still fall down just because he didn't have association. Wonderful, Prabhu. I like the point that you devotees always give you alarm. That is very nice. Thank you, Prabhu. We'll allow the other devotees to share their comments.
Thank you, Vinay Prabhu. Nice class. And you emphasized that the devotees association. Yes. In devotees association only we get A to Z. So among the devotees is also there, that is Guru. So we must take the opportunity wherever we are, either in the workplace or business or in neighborhood. We must take devotees association. Actually, taking devotees association means is not simply being with them. So we need to hear Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita from them. And we need to exchange loving devotional service. Shadbuddhi Preeti Lakshanam. And also, among the devotees are Guru, Diksha Guru, Shiksha Guru are there. we need to follow their instructions, and that is the meaning of taking a devotees association. Some devotees, namke vaste they come, oh, there are some devotees, let me, join them for some time. And there is not any transformation. And why means this is the reason. They're unable to take their instructions, but still they call it is devotees association. So, however, you have taken us to so many other aspects of loving devotional service, how Bhishma Deva has achieved the highest perfection of life. We also can able to do this kind by the mercy of Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Prabhu. We will keep it open for other devotees if they have any questions or add-ons. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, I recollect you mentioning association without reservations.
Mhm.
That is where that with the Lakshanam and following instructions, so many things. And humbly serving the pure devotees. Very nice.
And some devotees, they are very greedy. They don't want to give anything to anybody. So this is not Priti Lakshanam. Dadati Pratigranati. You have to give. And some devotees, they are now and then they give and they don't want to take it. That is also a problem for devotional service. Pratigranati. Dadati is giving. Pratigranati means is taking. Like in this way, we need to exchange, we need to give and we need to take. This because Rupa Goswami, he heard from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he drafted and he kept a record, and till today it is being shared among all the devotees. But only fortunate devotees can able to follow this Priti Lakshanam. Okay. Anybody else? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for the very nice class. About that devotee association, how it has to be. Normally, even if Maharaj and all, they come to temple, we go and ask something material. Maharaj, please bless us so that we'll get, so many things, maybe marks in exam. And like that material things we ask, but proper association means that we need to hear from them and follow their instructions. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Vinay Prabhu.
Yes,
Prabhu, you were mentioning Radhesham Prabhu. The first line I missed that, Prabhu. We can practice somewhere you meant. Again, we couldn't hear. I couldn't hear at least, Prabhu.
So I heard one lectures of Radhesham Prabhu I mentioned. So what the point is that he used to mention that sponge is there. If you dip in water, how much absorption is there from the sponge, and the same water we can put the stone. The absorption is very less. Likewise, I mentioned.
That I heard, Prabhu. You also mentioned that Radhesham Prabhu said we can practice somewhere in.
Okay. So yeah. He also mentioned what you say. He wants to service in Andaman and Nicobar. He used to say.
Okay.
Whatever state we are, whatever country we are. It's not like that. We want to in a temple or in whatever place where we can.
Thanks, Prabhu.
Okay, so we'll go for the announcements. So there is a wonderful opportunity for the preachers. They can take a teachers training course conducted by Madhumati Mataji. She is the dean, and also she along with her husband, they were serving in our Narasimha Giridhari Mandir, and now they are in Vrindavan. And Mataji, I think from our temple side, we had requested for a course, teacher training course. The eligibility is chanting 16 rounds and following 4 regulator principles. And those who are interested, they know they can attend this program Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think in the evening. So at the end, the certificate will be given for the eligible candidates. So the fees is 501. And the message has already been shared. And this is towards progress in our Krishna consciousness. Those who would like to preach for others and making others also preachers. And this course will be very effective and very helpful for all of us. Already around 8 of us are there. Anybody interested, they can join. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, consolidated name will be sent by you to the temple and we will individually pay. Is it what I understood?
Individually, the devotees who would like to take up the course, they can register individually by scanning that QR code. And from circle side, I will send one list.
That's all.
These are the people who register. That's all. They can directly, get registered there. Okay. No other announcements?
No, sir.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Padmavati from our group is undergoing eye operation, so requesting prayers for
Okay.
today.
We'll pray for Padmavati Mataji also. So, any idara? Kemana announcements unaya? Okay. I also have some voice box problem. The plum is getting stored here. My voice is not clear. I'm unable to chant. So requesting all your prayers. With that, I can able to, nasal can be free. I can chant very attentively. So requesting your prayers also. Fine then, and we can wind up the session. 19th March Sunday will be our cooking service, which is Ekadasi. So kindly get prepared for that. Okay. So let's all chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Vancha kalpatarabhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam papanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वंदे के नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की पतित पावन गुरु महाराज की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. Thank you very much. Okay, శ్రీరాములు ప్రభు చాలా రోజుల తర్వాత చూశాను మిమ్మల్ని, చాలా సంతోషం. Okay, Bangalore weather is very cool here.
Yes, Prabhu, finally.
It's very cloudy. It's likely to rain also. I don't know.
Yeah,
the
weather report said that instead of May last week, it's going to start. We're going to see rains from whatever this week onwards. First, second week.
Okay.
Advanced by 2 more weeks.
Okay. Have a wonderful Krishna conscious day. I thank Vinayi Prabhu and Preetu Mataji also for helping him for his class. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.